She was the kind of woman everyone thought had it all. A stable office job, a clean apartment, morning coffee at the same cup every day. From the outside, her life looked organized, calm, and successful. But every morning, before her alarm went off, she was already awake, staring at the ceiling, feeling that quiet pressure in her chest she could never explain to anyone. She smiled at coworkers, answered emails, nodded in meetings. Yet inside, she felt like she was slowly disappearing. Not breaking, not crying, just fading. And the scariest part, no one noticed, not even her. Every day followed the exact same script. Wake up, get dressed, commute through the same streets with the same tired faces around her. She did everything right, answered messages on time, met deadlines, laughed at the right moments. But inside her mind, a different conversation was happening. Is this really my life? Is this all it's ever going to be? She felt exhausted before the day even started. Not physically, mentally. As if her thoughts were running a marathon she never signed up for. At lunch, she scrolled through social media. People traveling, smiling, living loudly. And instead of inspiration, she felt emptier. Like she was watching life through a glass wall. Close enough to see it. Too far to touch it. Every evening, she came home and told herself, tomorrow will feel different. But tomorrow always felt the same. One evening, nothing special happened. No argument. No bad news. No dramatic moment. And that scared her the most. She sat on her bed, phone in her hand, staring at the screen, scrolling, refreshing, comparing. Her chest felt heavy. Her thoughts felt loud. She realized he couldn't remember the last time she felt truly present. Not distracted. Not rushing. Not performing for someone else. Tears came without warning. Not because of sadness, but because of exhaustion. She whispered to herself, I don't recognize who I've become. That was the moment she understood. Nothing would change unless she changed it. And for the first time in a long while, that thought didn't scare her. It felt honest. The decision didn't come with confidence. It came with silence. She turned off her phone and placed it face down. Not dramatically, not angrily, carefully. Her mind immediately resisted. What if you miss something? What if people forget you? She felt the urge to reach for it again. Her fingers even moved. But she stopped. For the first time, she asked herself a different question. What if I finally hear myself? That night, she didn't announce anything. No goodbye post. No explanation. She simply logged out. The room felt strange, too quiet, too empty. And yet, there was a calm hiding underneath the discomfort. She didn't know how long this would last. She didn't have a plan. All she knew was this. She needed space to breathe without an audience. The first days were the hardest. Her hand reached for the phone without thinking. Every spare second felt empty. No scrolling. No notifications. No instant validation. Just time. Thoughts she had been avoiding started to surface. Doubts, old fears, unanswered questions. She realized how often she used noise to escape herself. Silence was uncomfortable. It exposed everything. She tried to distract herself, cleaning, walking, staring out the window. But slowly, something shifted. The urge weakened. Minutes passed without checking the screen. She noticed details she used to miss. The sound of traffic far away. The way light moved across the wall. Her own breathing. For the first time in a long while, she wasn't reacting. She was present. And that scared her. Less than she expected. One evening, something unexpected happened. She left her phone at home and went out without a plan. No music. No podcasts. No need to record anything. just walking. At first, it felt strange, like she had forgotten something important. Then she noticed a small cough she had passed 100 times before, but never entered. She went in. The smell of coffee, quiet conversations, soft light near the window. She sat alone, and for once, she didn't feel lonely. Her thoughts slowed down. They weren't fighting for attention anymore. She began writing in a notebook. Not for likes, not for comments, not for anyone else, just for herself. Memories came back. Dreams she had buried. Ideas she once believed were unrealistic. She remembered who she was before comparison became a habit, before numbers defined her worth. That night, she slept deeply. No late scrolling. No restless mind. The next day, she woke up lighter. Something inside her had shifted. She didn't feel the need to return to the noise. She realized the break wasn't a punishment. It was a gift. Days turned into a quiet routine. Mornings felt slower, but clearer. She noticed her emotions instead of escaping them. Boredom wasn't the enemy anymore. It became a signal to create, to think, to feel. She understood something important. Social media never stole her life. She gave it away, one scroll at a time. Without constant comparison, her self-worth began to rebuild itself. She stopped asking, "Am I doing enough?" and started asking, "What actually matters to me?" The anxiety softened. The pressure faded. She laughed more, not because something went viral, but because moments felt real again. For the first time in years, her attention belonged to her. Not to an algorithm, not to strangers, just to her life. And that felt powerful. She didn't hate social media anymore. She simply no longer needed it to feel whole. Eventually, she returned, but differently. She chose when to log in. She chose what to consume. The phone became a tool again, not a refuge. No more endless scrolling. No more measuring her value by numbers on a screen. She kept the habits she had built. Writing, walking without distractions, being alone without feeling empty. Social media no longer controlled her mood. Silence no longer scared her. She learned that presence is more valuable than attention, and that life doesn't happen on a screen. It happens while you're living it. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, lost in comparison, or tired of the noise, maybe you don't need to disappear forever. Maybe you just need to pause and listen to yourself again.